What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be teaching you The Father's House by Cory Asbury. And the point of this is to teach you how to play it so that you can replicate it and play it in your church. So let's get into it. So today I'm going to be playing through my Helix patch that I created for The Father's House. And if you want to download that and put that on your Helix, feel free to go ahead and go to my website. So I'm going to be capoing 1 because this song is in D flat. And I'm going to play in the key of C, playing C shapes. Now I'm going to be playing through my Line 6 Helix. If you have a Helix and you want to download this patch, feel free to go click below and go to my website and download that. So the most important part of the song for you to cover is that intro lead part. So that part sounds like this. Now I'm going to teach you that part. I'm on the middle pickup position, and I'm going to put my middle finger on the 14th fret. So you hit that first note twice, and then you hit the second note by going down a half step with your first finger. And the reason why that I chose this string to play the notes on is because it's a little bit, I'm using a Telecaster, so it's a little bit darker of a little bit rounder of a tone versus if I were to play it on the high E string. So moving on, the first 2 frets were the 13th on the, or 14th on the B string and 13th on the B string. And there's a little like kind of like bouncing back and forth, and that happens on the 15th fret G string and the 13th fret B string, and I'm playing the first note with my ring finger and the second with my first finger. Do it one more time. And I'm kind of like letting off the strings a little bit to kind of create that bouncy feel. And then the second half of that happens on the 9th fret B string and the 11th fret B string. It sounds like this. And you can either play it this way, or you can play it this way on the 13th fret G string and the 11th fret B string. I like playing it that way because I can kind of choke up a little bit on that and kind of let the notes bleed into each other. But that's basically it for your intro and your interlude after the first chorus. Like I said, we're playing in D flat, so obviously with a lot of worship songs, if that are in flat keys, your worship leader will probably change the key on you. But you're going to have to know the knowledge of, okay, if my worship leader decides to play this in C or in D, because it's just easier to play on the volunteers and things like that. I have a Guitar 101 course that shows you how to link the neck and how to actually shift things around on the guitar if and when your worship leader changes the key on you and you need to all of a sudden learn how to play all these lead lines and things in a different key. So feel free to check that out as well. Now the first verse, you are out. So let's move on to the very first chorus. So I'm going to do my minor 6 here. And this is kind of like my primary position. This is where the pentatonic scale lies. And this is where I'm going to play my first chord. And I'm going to play the minor 6, which is the ring finger on the 8th fret. And then I'm barring the G string and the B string on the 6th fret. And then this is my 5 chord, and this is basically an F chord, but it's moved up 2 frets. Right? So then you do your 6, your 5, and then your 4. This is your F chord. Then I kind of like do a little hammer on the G string. And then that's your C chord here. And that is your chorus, your first chorus. And now we're going back into the intro after the first chorus. It sounds like this. Right? And then this is actually a little spot where I like to embellish a little bit. Usually I like to play the first intro like it is on the recording, and then usually the second intro, or the interlude between the first chorus and the second verse, I like to throw in a little bit of my own flair. So I would kind of play something like this. Something like that. And you could really throw in whatever you want there. I'm going to quick show you what I just played. So if you want to replicate that, you can. So I just played my ring finger on the 16th fret, and then my middle finger on the 13th E string, 11, and then 14 B string, 11 B string, and then 13 G string, and then back to the 14th on the B string, and then the 11th on the 12th, or the 11th fret. Moving on to verse 2, I'm going to kind of replicate what I did for the first chorus. Sound good? Keep playing that. Another way that you could play that is, so what I'm doing there is I'm on the 14th fret B string with my middle finger, and then I'm barring the 13th fret, and then I'm adding my ring finger on the 15th fret. So that's the first chord, is this, and then I pull off onto just barring the 13th fret, and then I copy that shape and bring it down here. So up here is kind of my secondary position, and this is where you get a lot of those worship triads. And then I bring it back down here to my primary position, like I was talking about, and I do. I kind of get a little bouncy here. And then we're back into the chorus. So I'm going to click on my chorus snapshot and do that kind of same thing I was doing in the verse. So that stays the same in the chorus, and then I bring it down. This is an F chord right here, but when I bring it up here, this is my 1 chord. So it's just replicating that shape of the F chord and bringing it up where your ring finger starts on the 11th fret. And then I'm literally just creating a sus chord by adding my pinky. So here's what it sounds like in real time. So that's what I'm going to do for the chorus for the rest of the song. Onto the bridge, the beginning of that bridge where it kind of like drops down, it's this, and that's just on the C chord. And then you can throw in a sus every once in a while. It's just adding your pinky. It's adding your pinky to the D string. Cool. And that's going to be one of your chords. So this is your 1, this is your C. and then you can use that sus for your F chord. It's just an F chord second inversion. Take that shape and move it up 2 frets, and that is your G chord second inversion. So you're going to use these chords for the whole bridge. That is what that is going to sound like. And then after the bridge, we're back full on in the chorus. I'm going to switch back to my middle position. I was on the bridge position for the bridge. It's easy to remember. And then I'm back to where I was with the chorus doing this. And if you have another guitar player and you want to bring back that lead line that you played at the beginning of the song, and you wanted to embellish a little bit there, you can. So you can bring back what you played in the intro. That might be a little distracting. Let me teach you some rhythm chords that you could play in this song. Like I said, we're in the key of C. And this is your 1 chord. This is your standard C chord. And you can add your pinky there if you wanted to add the 5. So your main progression for the song is usually your A minor or your 6. And I'm playing, you could either play a standard A minor, or you can lift up your ring finger and play the minor 7. And then I play my G chord like this, and it's a G sus chord. And then I play my F chord. So I play my F chords a little differently. I add my ring finger to the D string on the 3rd fret, and then my first finger on the B string on the 1st fret, and then I leave my G string and my E string open sometimes. If you want to change it up a little bit, you can add your pinky to the E string on the 3rd fret, and then sometimes I like to walk into that by putting my middle finger on the fret before, so the 2nd fret, and then my ring finger on the 3rd fret, so it'll sound like this. So I kind of do like a hammer on there. So the chord progression would sound like this. One more thing, you could also play your G chord by having it open there too, by not putting your first finger there. So if I played it that way, it would sound like this. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you like this video, feel free to like it, subscribe, whatever we like to say nowadays. Hit the bell, is that a thing? So if this video helped you, feel free to share it with your other guitar friends who might be playing this in church. Like I said, this is for you, to help you learn the song and worship and serve effectively. Also, like I said at the beginning of the video, I have the Helix patch, and I've been playing through that. And it's sectioned off to each part of the song, like I said, the intro, the verses, the chorus, and the bridge. And it's all dialed in for you. So if you don't have time this week, you can download it and use it at your church. That's all I have. We'll see you in the next video.